Hey, it's AV. I'm going to show you how I made this backbend easel card with a see-through shaker window. The card base measures at 7 by 6 inches and is scored at 3.5 inches along the 7-inch edge. I die cut a window using a mini slimline nesting die. Then I scored down the center at 1 3/4 inches. To make this easier, score at 1 3/4 inches, flip card base over and repeat. Fold scoreline back. I die cut a window using a mini slimline nesting die from 2 pieces of cardstock measuring at 3.5 by 6 inches. I trimmed down a piece of acetate to 3 3/8 by 5 7/8 and a page protector to 4 3/8 by 6 7/8. I added double-sided tape to the far right and left edges of the piece of acetate and wrapped the page protector around the piece of acetate, one side at a time. I trimmed the corners at an angle for a cleaner look. I added double-sided tape to the bottom edge and wrapped the page protector around the bottom to create a pocket. I added rose gold stellar sequins to the pocket. Then I added double-sided tape to seal the top to create a see-through shaker window. I added double-sided tape to the frames and sandwiched the shaker window in between the frames. I used my scoring board as a guide. I inked up the twin bloom stamps with embossing ink, covered the stamped images with rose gold embossing powder, and heat set them. I colored the images using the coordinating layering stencils along with some fresh dye inks. Then I cut out the flowers. I trimmed down a piece of cardstock to 3 1/4 by 5 3/4 inches. I decorated it with the Cascading Elegance stencil along with permanent black pigment ink. I embossed the Have a Lovely Day and Happy Birthday sentiments with the pure white, crisp embossing powder. I used the sentiment die cutting strips from the Flower Arch die set to die cut the sentiments. I adhered the Have a Lovely Day sentiment to the center of the shaker window. I adhered one of the flowers to the bottom left corner of the shaker window. I trimmed off the excess and adhered the leftovers to the top right corner of the shaker window. I adhered the panel measuring at 3 1/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches to the back wall of the card base. I adhered the Happy Birthday sentiment to the center of the card base and the other flower to the bottom right corner of the card base. Then I adhered the shaker window to the folded piece of the card base. And that is how this card came together. Most of the products I use will be linked in the comments section of Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.